All right, my friends, this is going to be tough because it's going to be top fives. It's top five tag teams, top five wrestlers, and top five belts. And so after all these years to figure out exactly five is really hard. So I tried to think about when I was a kid, the first guy who really stuck in my mind up until I ran out of five. So that's what we're going to do. And the belts, like there's top five belts, and I've already forgotten to put some on the list that I probably could have replaced, but when I did it, I tried to think of right off the top. I wanted to be quick about it because I think that was the only way I was going to be able to do it. And so I'm going to first of all tell you with the top five belts. The big gold did not make it because everybody loves the big gold, and that would just take away from some other beautiful titles. And so we're going to start with the belts, and my number one belt is actually the Nelson Royal Junior Heavyweight Championship. He used in the CWF and the USA Pro Wrestling organizations. I kind of tried to model this one here after it, and I never did it justice because, first of all, there's not a lot of pictures of it, and if you've seen it in its pure luster there, it was one of the most beautiful titles, I think. And so it actually started out, I'm going to give this, it started out as a three-plate belt. And as a three-plate belt, it just didn't look right because the plates were too far apart. And then they added two little side plates, and it come out to look a lot better. But it was just a very beautiful belt. I'm thinking Crumline actually made it. And I don't even know who has it. But to find pictures of it is really, really hard. And I found one. I did post it on my Facebook, but at that point it was already lost some of its luster, but it was still a beautiful title. Number two was the silver NWA 50th anniversary tag team belts. They're my number two favorite. I've always loved them belts, and there was just the Gold Eagle, the way it stood out. I always like silver belts a little bit better than the gold belts. And let's see, number three, this is a tie for number three. And it should be all the UWF belts, but I can't do that. I always thought it'd be. But it's going to be the UWF TV and the UWF Tag Team belts. They were number four on my list. And let's see. Number five was... Oh, that was number three. Number four was the NWA Mid-Atlantic title. Ronnie Garvin, Sam Houston, Black Bart. And number five is Sam Houston and Bill Dundee, Central State. Central State title. I'm about to say Heritage, Western States. But it's actually Central State. They're my top five belts. Now, top five wrestlers. Number one, Chief Jay Strongbow. Number two, Bruno Sammartino. Number three, Magnum TA. Number four, Sam Houston. And number five is Terry Taylor. Now, Sam Houston and Terry Taylor are on there because they're the ones that made me want to wrestle. They're the ones that made me want to get into this business. Sam Houston going against Crusher Khrushchev for the Mid-Atlantic title. Terry Taylor going against Buzz Sawyer for the TV title. That was really what made me want to wrestle, was that match there. At that point, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. Now we're going into the tag teams. And again, we're not going to say the Road Warriors because they're always at the top of the list. But everybody who has followed me knows the Fantastics are my favorite tag team. They're really one of my top favorite tag teams. Number two, Rick Rude and Manny Fernandez. Number three, Rock and Roll Express. Number four, Sam Houston makes this list again, is Sam Houston and Ted DiBiase. And number five is Devon Eriks. Now, there is a list. I mean, I like Jay Lethal. I like, CM Punk could have made that list, but I would have to make a top 20, and I don't want to bore you guys. I know I say it all the time, but so that's about it. I try to make that this here. Oh, if anybody wants to check some old wrestling out here, this is Thunder and Lightning. This is before they went to the WCW. They were the IWF Tag Team Champions here. That's what this is. IWF from Florida. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Check out some old shit, you know what I mean? But, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys, and you know what it is. Keep in touch.